Okay. We are back. Make sure that's actually working. It is. Good, 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 good. Okie dokie. Welcome in, everybody. Just came out of the new Why You Should Play Psychopomps video. If you've not seen that yet, I highly recommend it. He's good. It's good. It's fun. Had a lot of fun making it. Let me get the YouTube chat popped up here. It just vanished on me. There it is. Okay. Frame rate, fair. Great. Great, great, great. Bum, bum, bum. Remember to leave a comment on the new video. It helps the videos out a ton, especially when people start arguing about nothing. It's great. Cats are losing their mind today, and I don't know what's up with them. Last Wednesday, hello. Happy Valentine's Day. I might say your skull and feathers look rather dashing today. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And happy Valentine's Day to you as well. I hope you are having some fun planned. I guess that's a good way to say it. If not, welcome in. Hang out with us. I always celebrate National Gamer Day because today is the only day that all the hardcore gamers get to play without the casual gamers, because casual gamers are all on dates. Not that hardcore gamers don't have dates. My dates are playing games. So, yep. That's the way to do it. Families that play together stay together. Okay. My microphone is syncing. I don't know what's happening here. Hopefully that will work. Put that there-ish. Whatever. We'll try that. Try that for a little bit. Okay. Welcome in, everybody. It is Wednesday. It is the viewer suggestion. We're going to be drawing some rugbies to warm up real quick. And then we're going to draw some fun, random stuff. Very fun plans, such as sitting in bed watching YouTube. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I went to the store this morning, and just like Fred Meyer's is nothing but giant stuffed tables of flowers for like $90. It's like, no thank you. No thank you. Our plans are dinner and then D&D, as it should be. Oh lordy, what happened to this rugby? Let's try that again. I spent all day yesterday working on the video, and now I don't remember how to draw. It's not good. It's alright. That's what the warm-ups are for. Atomic, welcome in. Thank you for the tier 1 sub. Thank you for the tier 1 sub. Guess that means I need to draw a Fae. Should I draw a Fae rugby? I might just do that. What would make a good Fae rugby? This music is too loud now. There we go. Oops. Might help if I actually had the music set up right. That's close enough. I don't know why it changes. It's very strange. We are on YouTube and on Twitch today, so feel free to join in wherever you like. We're also doing the I guess Febtember? February? It's February. So if we get super chats or YouTube subscriptions or Twitch membership. I said that backwards. Twitch subscriptions, YouTube membership. Quantum, welcome in. We draw little fairies for everybody here, so let's do that real quick. Quantum, welcome in. Different animal features due to being exposed to the Fey realm for too long. Yeah. So maybe, well, I mean, he's already got the goblin. Maybe we give him like pointy ears, like pointier ears, little ear floofs. Cat eyes. We could give him cat eyes. Let's get rid of whatever this rugby's doing. It's freaking me out a little bit. Cat rugby. I'd take some cat eyes. That would be pretty dope. Would that kill some color? Would I have to start drawing in black and white? I don't remember how cat eyes work. Higher contrast, I think. Last Wormsy, welcome in. Oh, you were saying hello to Quantum, I believe. We were talking a second ago. That's totally fine. If you guys do not know how this works, you can suggest a D&D character or like a cyberpunk character. Pretty much any tabletop RPG character you want. And we put them on a list and then we draw. So, yeah, if you'd like to suggest a character, you're very welcome to. I'm hoping we're going to get a whole bunch of psychopomps today, because I like drawing psychopomps. Cat Sith Rugby? Yeah. Elvinair, hello, hello. No plans for today. Been because of work. However, got to take the lovely lady of mine out to eat somewhere nice in exchange for what she wants. Got to get my good hobby points. Yep. That's the way to do it. I worked in restaurants for a third of my life. So I am pretty well versed with cooking and stuff. It's a great way to say that. It's going to be one of those days. But, so I like cooking. I like cooking for special occasions instead of going out. Every now and again we'll go out somewhere nice. But I got plans. I got plans for dinner. What do we think? Maybe he's got bug wings. He's got little like hip wings. And then I'm gonna make his legs way too long because that's a great Fey trait. Very like fire and ice. Atomic, I have no idea what you're talking about. Shaggy Dark Green Coast 3-4? Huh? Go bravely with rugby? Are you going anywhere special? Or do you have to keep it secret? There's a place here in Seattle, down by Pike's Place. Pike's Place Market, that is a giant crab shack where they just dump all the food on the table. And I kind of want to go there just as a fun thing because we've only done it once and we didn't actually get the giant dumped food, but it's like super expensive, so I got to find a good reason to go there one time. Valentine's Day is like the worst day to go out to get food. Like working there, it's awful. That and Mother's Day. Mythical hound found in the Irish folklore and Scottish folklore. It's also so it's not a cat Sith. I thought you misspelled cat Sith. Interesting. I do not do a lot of cooking, but my 8 months at Chick-fil-A permanently seared the recipes for lemonade into my skull. That's what I did too. I used to have to make 10 gallons of lemonade every day, like by hand with a big old press when I worked at Goodwood's Barbecue. So I've not made that in a while, but I do love lemonade from that place. Oliver, welcome in. It's from the Wikipedia page. I apparently copied the footnote section. Gotcha, okay. All right, I think this is a pretty good little rugby. Man, something is going on in my house. I'm worried I have like a broken pipe or something because it just smells like wet dog or mildew right here. I'm gonna have to check my attic or something. It's only in the morning. I don't know what's up. It could be that I just did dishes and my dishwasher's broken. But like, oh, it's bad. It's not a good smell. That's a new thing. It's a new thing I'm gonna have to figure out. My office now smells like wet dog. I forgot how much I liked drawing with white pencil. Can you guys see it? Is it okay on the screen? Open the window. Yeah, all the windows are open. It's very weird. Maybe it's me. Maybe I smell awful. How do I purge my dishwasher? Run a bleach cycle in it without any stuff in it? Vinegar? If people have not yet seen the Cycle Pump video, please go give that a watch, give it a like and a comment, because that is how we make those videos go viral. Sharing it with people until YouTube thinks that it's awesome, because I think it's awesome, but YouTube's got to think it. Okay, I think we're done. I think that's a good little rugby warm-up. I think we're ready to start. Same 7 a.m. spent cutting and juicing hundreds of lemons for the college populace to drain before dinner. Yeah. Had a second D&D session on Saturday. I think it went rather well. Good. That sounds awesome. Baking soda and vinegar are a very safe way to neutralize smells. Having to write everything today. Oh, rewrite. Got it. I'll see it after work tonight. Yeah. All right, here we go. So, I have everything written down from the viewer suggestion post on the community post. If you have not put one up this week, you're welcome to put one in chat now. Otherwise, salutations, Mr. Arsis. Juan, welcome in. Otherwise, I'm going to roll some dice. I got new dice today for Valentine's Day, which is always nice. So here we go. Let's see what it rolls. Rolls a 6. Furbolg Scald playing the lyre. Lyre? L-Y-R-E? Yeah, lyre. Battle axe across her back. Okay. I have not drawn a Furbolg in a while. Of course, I haven't seen a Scald in a while either. Scalds are pretty great. Let me put up a chat. Start a poll for the color of the pen. And we'll do that for the next one. Start the poll. I got my hair cut for the first time in like 4 years. Like I went somewhere and got my hair cut. And my head is cold. I'll put it that way. Party has a pet juvenile mimic that cannot be used in combat. That's your first problem right there. That mimic is going to destroy the party. People do love pets. People love getting pets in D&D. Okay, Furbolg. Furbolg. I need a good liar pose. So maybe something like this. Furbolgs are pretty tall, so this will probably be pretty lanky. I want to get real comfy with doing the body poses before I start really putting anything into it. So let's try to do that today. We're going to do a lot of little sketches, I think. Try to figure out exactly what we want to do. I like furbolgs being kind of bulky. Maybe a little more top heavy than normal. I always want to draw them like bugbears. Like bugbear cows. Should we have the face going off this way, maybe? That could be kind of good. That might work out. What kind of clothes should we put on her? She's got a lyre. I really want to give her like a... Not so much a poncho, but like a half poncho. Just like across, maybe a big sash. I don't know what you'd call that. A shawl, maybe? Named it Chester Drawers. That's pretty good. That's a good name for a for a mimic. Can they use it to get rid of trash? That's a good idea. I don't know if mimics like to eat stuff. I think they only like to eat people. They might, like, you use it to like get rid of rats. I think you'd need like a gelatinous cube if you want to get rid of stuff. I think it was lanky half giants and Goliaths. Yeah, that's a better way to look at it. Calcor, welcome in. Pets are awesome. I once found a coin purse mimic that I kept as an anti-pickpocket system. Little burglar bit so many fingers off. Missed that campaign. That's it. That sounds like a good campaign. I accidentally almost killed the entire party with a intelligent? Yeah, intelligent bag of holding. I was like, that doesn't sound right. The intelligent bag of holding is really funny. But apparently, the way it used to work is like it could eat stuff and that was bad. But now, when it eats something, it just instantly destroys it and or kills it and throws it into the ethereal sea. So it's like, oh, that's a little more destructive than I had in mind. So I had to flub that a little bit as to not instantly kill two of the party members. The lyre in here. Are lyres not harps because of the strings, like the way they're strung? Or is a lyre a type of harp? It feels like a Corvus question. A Grung warlock whose patron is a frog. So it's just a frog? Or is it like, is it worshipping a tiny frog? It's not like a frog deity. That could be really funny, actually. Like, oh, cute, you have a pet frog. It's like, yes, pet frog. Correction, this frog has a pet grung. I realize now the placement of this just looks like giant booba, so we're gonna correct that. We'll change the lyre a little bit. I do want to do this kind of thing with the coat, so I think we're gonna do that. She can definitely have giant booba, but I need to do that intentionally, not accidentally with a liar, you know? I've been practicing a lot of hair drawing. So we'll see how that plays out. Slimes are for dissolving dirt off clothing if your slimes eat specific themes, and that way you can start doing laundry business, apparently. Soapy slimes, I could see that. Quick question for you, or wise artist. Okay. Have you had a blade singer at your table, and if so, how would it play? Needed inspiration for my blade singer and drawing a blank on the blade song book. I played one blade singer once, and it was very low level. So I played a lot of Maguses, and I've had people play Maguses, which I think are kind of in the same vein. People always go with the rapier, but I'm a big fan of giving them either like a dagger or a short sword, just because I think it's cooler. But the rapier works really well, and I would pick one element and like just thematically do that. That's what I would do. So like if you're going to use like shocking grasp a lot, this is pretty common low level. I would do. I would just make like a lightning wizard. Like check out some of the like Fairy Tail has a pretty cool battle of wizards that I really like. Yeah, that's kind of what I got. Theming. Find a good theme. Just stick to those spells. I know it sucks, but, like, it's a lot of fun. Do you have any ongoing campaigns right now or something? Yeah, I have a couple. I have a Pathfinder... Actually, I have two Pathfinder 2 games. Saying a lot today. I have two Pathfinder 2 games. I have a D&D 5e game that has kind of slowed down again. And yeah, I'm currently rewriting a campaign I did a long time ago so that I can run it in Pathfinder, because we're just kind of switching over to Pathfinder for the most part. Once the new D&D stuff starts coming out, I might switch back to that, but right now, second edition is kind of my jam. It's odd sitting on the other side of the DM screen for me still. Yeah, I find it weird when I'm a player. It's very weird for me to be a player. Getting stream of conscious atomics today. That's alright. Yeah, my ongoing campaigns. One is my friend Kevin the Necromancer is running one game for us. And he is doing something that is... It's his own campaign, but we're investigating a town that has slowly been taken over by a witch. It's a little bit of Diablo themed, which is kind of fun. It's like there's a lot of characters from the Diablo universe just kind of showing up. Which I really like when we have that kind of stuff. My campaign is more based around... one of them is a cult. A cult that has infiltrated a large city. And the other one is... I call it Temple of Sarenrae, because it starts out in the players kind of exploring an old temple, and then like a whole bunch of stuff just starts unraveling through there. But it's all based around an old sect of Sarenrae followers who basically became demons to try to stop demons. Yeah, it's a little weird. So it's kind of a mixed bag of decisions and people not necessarily having to play good characters. But I really like it. It's been a lot of fun. Once again, I always want to make furbolgs into bugbears with just like ginormous arms and hands. And that's not right. It's not quite right. They're still fuzzy, which I like. But not the same. Not the same. She needs a battle axe, so we're going to give her a big old... I always confuse the Blade Singer. Thanks for the input. Just hard to visualize how it actually looks right now. She's part of an RP with another person, but hopefully you have to use them one day in a campaign. Yeah, like it really is... I've seen a couple of people do the swashbuckler look, and I'm not a big fan of it, because if you're more magey, I really feel like you should be a lot more robed, a lot more belts. And because you have your sword, like I don't feel like you should have the spell book the way you wizards normally do, right? So it's a lot of... You said spell singer. We're talking about the bard, aren't we? Blade singer. I always mix these two up. It's still the same thing. I would go very soft drapery, like just soft clothes, baggy pants, so that you can get that like nice fluid swish, swish, swish. Long ribbons. No books. No books, no heavy armor. Just go to town. Made a dungeon the other campaigns I haven't done that. Nice. Trip stream, hello. Tribe I stream? I think that's what it is. Hello. How are you doing? I'm doing pretty well today. If you have a correct pronunciation of your name, I might have asked that before. Please let me know. We're hanging out on YouTube and hanging out on Twitch today, so we're bouncing around. Okay, I'm going to make this lyre a little smaller. It's a Blade Singer Paladin. That sounds fun to me. This needs to be diagonal so that the length of the string actually changes. And once again, I've connected with the booba line, so I'm making this difficult on myself. What if we do that? What if we make the straight part bendy? Then it's just going to look crooked. It's fine. We'll figure it out. I made this arm super long again. Curse you, bugbears! Infecting my brain. You know what? We're going to give her big gangly arms. I think it's fine. Yellow looks better down there and it matches the other one, so. And then this, I want actually to go like this. I want her to have some strappage on the arm to like keep this big old cloak going. And we'll come back in and we'll clean all this up. The other thing I've been thinking about doing, I don't know if people want more pictures or if they want better pictures. And I say that because I could, at this point, start over and actually clean up all this line art. But if I do that, it's basically going to reduce the number of pictures I can draw today. So it's kind of up to people, whatever people want. Ever consider drawing out traps or encounters for D&D? I don't draw them, like, I've done a few cards. It's pronounced Treeby. Ah, thank you. Okay, Treeby stream. Very cool. Thank you for coming in. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. I've done a few things for, like, making cards where they have, like, the stats and stuff on them, but, like, drawing the traps themselves, I don't really know how to do that. Because, like, I guess you could have, like, bear traps and you could have stone floor tiles, but a lot of them are very ethereal in my book. Like, a lot of the things I do are, like, rope traps and pitfalls and stuff that wouldn't really necessarily have big visual cues. But that could be something we could do. It's an abandoned mine, some interesting enemies, puzzle doors. It's good. It's good. It's good. Reminds me again, is there a channel in your Discord for drawing suggestions or something? No, so you can just post it here in the chat itself. You get one a week, and then also we have the viewer community post. So on YouTube, every week I put up a post where people can suggest their drawings there on Mondays. So you can either do it in chat, or you can do it there on YouTube. The suggestions in Discord are if people want, just any artist can pick those up and draw those. That's just for the communities to have fun with. To make a callback, that is a sassy pose. Thank you. Is this a sassy pose? It wasn't supposed to be sassy. It's supposed to be melodical. Very laid back. I would love to see a blade singer with an actual axe. That would be fun. Something that I think is missing that I've been struggling with recently is like thematically drawing characters instead of... I'm sorry, not thematically. What's the word for it? I would like to draw characters based on the universe instead of their class. And that is something that I'm really only going to be able to do if I start studying clothes. Period? Yeah, the period. I want to do more period stuff. Because I think it's fun. It's fun to definitely make someone look like an alchemist or look like a bard and whatnot. I think I am going to do this. I'm gonna actually redraw this. And now that I have the basic lines and stuff down, spend some time, clean it up. I'm gonna give her a little bit more of like doe or cow ears. To the pitfalls with the character narrowly evading it, it could be a killer picture. See, okay, that's interesting. I would only think of it as like showing off the trap, not the characters. I don't do a lot of scenery, like backgrounds and stuff. That's something I'd have to work on. Should female furbolgs have sideburns? I'm gonna give her big long ear floofs here. No one ever expects the mind goblin. Everyone deserves sideburns. That's fair. That's fair. I do think one of the biggest things that has helped me with art in the last probably 2 years is just forcing myself to draw things again. Just do another pass. Gives your brain time to figure out exactly what it wants to do. Get to re-envision things. Just draw it again. That's all you gotta do, draw it again. He'll almost always do it better the second time. An ice golem for the middle garden. Yeah, you can post your last character. Sorry, Atomic, I don't know what you're talking about here. Winter Lord, hello, hello. Looks like an opera pose. Alright, that's cool. I like that. Small setting Bibles. I mean, they tried to do that with, what was it? Like, I got the Guild Guide to Ravnica, and that was probably one of the biggest disappointments I've ever bought from D&D. Just because it, like, just didn't really feel like it had anything in it. So, it could be fun to do that kind of book that's just like, here's just the settings guide, but I've always found more interest in kind of encyclopedic things anyways. Like the, what is the Rage of Elements book? I really like that one. It's kind of the same thing, but Pathfinder does it better, in my mind. You said something about wanting to draw clothes for specific plays. Yeah. And, like, it'd be cool to start looking at how people in, like, Neverwinter, like, what the dress actually looks like. It's not something I've really looked into before. Female satyr, shadow sorcerer, wears a pelt of a werewolf. Ooh, creepy. It's going on the list. Oh, and then we have a female tabaxi ranger monster hunter. Takes pictures of monsters for her newspaper. But she sucks at it. Okay. Are they bad pictures, or does she just, like, keep getting attacked by the monsters? Female tabaxi monster hunter ranger with a camera. Nice. Yeah. I will put that on the list. It's clumsy as hell. Okay. Oh my god, Twitch, get your shit together. Sorry. Twitch is driving me crazy. It's only showing me the last text line for some reason, because it's just got so much crap in the line. Okay. So, ooh, that's not the right brush. There we go. Let's get this hand done. Do furbolgs have big old furry hands? I think they have normal hands, right? Oh, I can't remember. I just whacked my microphone. Sorry about that. Maybe I'll just give her a bracelet. I like the idea of like a bunch of really big bracelets. That could be fun. Just dangling everywhere. Probably get this liar in here, and then we'll move on to the next one. Sorry, getting focused. The Nigel Thornberry, but just fails. Her pictures of Spider-Man are crap. That's pretty funny. This Strider doesn't even look real. That was my Jonathan impression, which apparently was not great, but hey, now we know. We learned it together. You're serious? Do-do-do-do. Yeah, the elbows are a little too far down. Bring them up a little bit. And this hand is surprisingly smaller than the other one. I don't know why that happened, but here we are. I wanted a big axe, but this one feels a little bit too big. I also think maybe it's pointing the wrong way. Parker! Give me better pictures of love, damn it. Yeah. Why do I pay you to go to the abyss anyways? I like it. I dig it. It's just an unfair comparison. Everyone in the fader next to that man. Yeah. Because they look posed and Jameson wanted candid photos. The campaign revolves around cryptids, so I wanted a reason for my characters to go around hunting them. That's pretty cool. I like that. I also like the idea of like the photography instead of just like straight up hunting and killing them. I think that's a good hook too. I might use that in a campaign. That would be kind of fun. I need proof of this monster's existence, but I don't want it dead. Okay, now we do this. Get the handle in here. Which once again, I think that's backwards, but it's fine. Because we're just going quick. And then we get a little bit of a drapery here. Some strapping here. Belt clip for stuff. Make sure this cloth is wrinkling up right. There we go. And then we turn that off, and there we go. We got a character. She could use some shading, but otherwise I think she's good. Good to go. Good to go. do that. I like the hair coming over the top. I think that looks good. And then she would have a big old ponytail. Bony tail. She got one of them bony tails. Ponytail. Big old ponytail. Kind of wrap it around here. Which we don't want to put a lot of detail in. We just want to visualize the space of it here. I do think the arms are still a little too low, but it's alright. She's tall. She's tall. Get the space we want. Get the shape we want. Get the hair in here. Call it a day. Make sure that's darker so it pushes it behind everything else. It would look better if I followed the direction of the hair, but we're done. Boom. Okay. As lesson 1, we are attacked by a pack of rods. What? Pack of rods. Okay. We're moving on. Moving on to number 2. Rolling some dice. Here we go. 12. A barn owl, Phaylok. I think I drew a barn owl character last week. I always forget which one the barn owls are. Are they the one with the little horns? I think they got the heart-shaped heads. Nice. Thank you. Yeah, they got the big heart-shaped heads. Okay. They don't have the ears, do they? Well, their face, so they get little floof ears. You guys didn't know I could draw cute little owls, did you? Shamelessly plug myself. If you haven't gone and checked out the new Psychopomp video, please go give it a like, give it a little comment, even if it's just like, hey, I came and watched the video. That would be great. Start a fight in the comments with somebody, but be civil. You know? Take 2 jabs and then say, I'm just here for the algorithm, and walk away. Give them some spirals. All Fey creatures need spirals. They don't understand how to not be twirly-whirly. As of session 1, we were attacked by a pack of rods, or skyfish. Oh, okay. Gotcha. There should be a Genasi half-giant, half-giant. What? There's a comma there. There should be giant, Genasi half-giants. I think that's a period. Half of giants are elemental base from the beginning. I mean, all giants are Genasi a little bit. I think. Is that not right? Because, like, giants are a thing, and then you have, like, the fire giants, which are giants and elementals, which technically would make them Genasi. All of the Ifrit things are like, it's like human and elementals or what have you, but I think there's a fire. The fire giants are half elemental. Because yeah, fire giant, ice giants, the furbolgs are fey giants. So like giants themselves are, yeah, they're kind of half and half, but I don't know why you would have to say that they're Genasi at that point. They just kind of are. Aren't they like Genasi but without the magic? They can have the magic though, so yeah, I don't know. Unless we're claiming that Genasi are a specific thing that I'm not aware of. Yeah. Hit me with your Genasi lore, because my assumption was that, yeah, Genasi is just elemental based anyway, so I would say that all of the half giants that aren't pure giants are Genasi. Okay, we got to make this a warlock. What do the Phalok get? Do they get, can't remember what they get specifically. Is it just extra magic? Extra cantrips? My 5e lore is slowly fading. As my brain fills up with Pathfinder 2nd edition knowledge. I think they get to take on the form of a larger Fae, don't they? Or can they summon Fae? Technically, Genasi are Jinn-based, but they should be giant heritage race that, like that is Genasi. Ah, okay. I see what you're saying. Sure. I mean, there's nothing stopping your base race for the Genasi to be literally anything else. But humans tend to just get the elemental affinity from the gene side, the Jinn side. So at that point, I think the druid, the giants essentially already have it. Maybe Genasi are like a representation of elements given within wind, while the elements and giants are just made out of the elements. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Because a lot of the Genasi bases in older editions were more bent towards you have elemental blood in your lineage, whether it's from a Jinn or from just, you know, an earth elemental or whatever. And that's what I thought. Like the Goliaths are essentially giants that that mixed with elementals. That's why they're like rock. They're like rock giants essentially, but they're smaller because they were giants first and then became rock giants. I basically want a powerful build version. Okay. Then just do that and do whatever you want. Phalox are great with charm and fear effects. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. A little more Batman. Could give him big doughy eyes. Oh, look how poof I am. A big old fancy robe. Let's get some shapes in here. I want this hand up here. It should be on the center though, center line. Trying to find new ways to draw wings. And my best bet so far is breaking them into chunks. Breaking them into different parts of the wing. And then like the big base shapes, and then breaking those apart. I've been having some good results with that. It's like right here, all of the feathers on this part should be going a different direction. And then we're gonna have some fold here, where there's a little overlap. Another big hand. And we have the wing and the shoulder. Shapes. Everything is shapes. I guess, what do you want from the powerful aspect of the genie? Like, you want the unlimited cosmic power? Because that would just make you a genie, and then it doesn't matter if you're a giant at that point. I want to complete the cycle. I think the Goliaths are as stone half giants and furbolgs as forest half giants. Kind of, yeah. Like that's a good way to look at it, I think. Which is why I kind of thought they were more closer to a genasi than not. Because that's how I look at it. Except instead of forest, I do think they need to be Fey. Like, they need to have gone to the Fey wild. Because they should be Fey influenced. Otherwise, they're just giants. Yoo-hoo! Owl feet are funny. Funny looking. Barn owls aren't real owls, are they? Did we talk about that last week? We might have. They don't have the didactyl claws or whatever the hell they're called. Oh, that is why that's happening. That's not tight. There we go. We're still good? People can hear me? Okay. What do people think of the Psychopomp video? Did people know what Psychopomps were beforehand? People ever thought about playing Psychopomps? They're in the owl extended family, but they aren't true owls. Okay. I think we did talk about that the other day. I guess the owl with horns are the great horned owls. Oh, because they're Fey, we should give them actual horns, though. That would be amazing. Let's get a little fabric texture in here. Just to make it feel like it's a little floofier. Gotta get that floof. You get to see it. Like, comment, subscribe. It just released this morning. We premiered it before the video, or before the live stream. I'll probably make a quick clip short of it tomorrow. The main character has a special connection with them because she talks to spirits. Character suggestion. Female goblin warlock space witch. Black hole aesthetic. Ooh, that's cool. I like that idea. I will put that on the list for you. It's on the list. Yeah, no problem. That's what today's about. Today's about putting stuff on lists and drawing stuff on lists. I think this one's just about done, so we'll roll the dice here again in a second. I just realized that's on his hand. We don't want that. We want bird hand. I like the idea that even as a warlock, it's still you can't talk. It's just whoo, 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 whoo. We'll give him big old this. Oh yeah, and I said I was gonna give him horns. We'll give him some nice little goat horns for fun. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna go get a drink real quick, and then I will start the next one. Be right back. 1 minute. Do you recommend metal dice? I love metal dice. But that being said, there are different types. I really like the brass ones because they're heavy. Versus like resin dice, which are very light. I have some titanium dice that are also kind of light. But the brass ones aren't going to corrode on me the way like some other things will. So I do like them. I really want some like meteorite dice. That would be like, that's my end goal, to find some cool meteorite dice. But if you like heavier feeling dice, go metal dice. If you don't care about the weight, buy the ones that look the coolest and you like. You know. The other problem with this is like, since these are metal, like I couldn't roll them on my glass desk. And they are very loud. So I have a stone table, like a stone top table that I play D&D on, and I've had to put like a leather sheet on it so that I don't hit with my dice. So, yeah. All right, I'll be right back. 1 second. Hang tight, everybody. Alright, we're back. I also found a D20 necklace with a tiny set of dice on them. I've seen some of those. I bought a whole bunch of tiny dice and put them in little tiny vials and sent them to the Patreon members. I still have a bunch of them. I don't know what to do with them. Psycho Moms would make awesome patrons too. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, the judges specifically, that's basically their whole jam. Is they just find people and they're like, I'm going to use you. 19. Petite but athletic. Ice Tiefling Monk. Okay. With Arctic animal features. Using popsicles as punching daggers. Icicles. Using icicles as punching daggers. Okay. Arctic animal features. Should we do like a... Should we do like reindeer horns or something? What color do we pick? Purple. Do some purple here. I think I forgot that for the last one. I'm sorry. Let's do a Q&A. I'll let you guys. Saber teeth? That could be kind of interesting. We'll jump back and forth to the other things here. Okie dokie. Ice Tiefling, A. Because if you're an Ice Tiefling, you don't need... you don't need, like, warm clothes, right? If you're a monk, maybe it would be a little more traditional, water tribe style. I'm down for that. Let's get a good monk pose. Monk poses are fun and difficult at the same time. Happy Valentine's Day. Blah blah. LG, welcome in. Welcome in. What are some other Arctic creatures? So we have reindeer. We have polar bears. They said petite. So I don't want to go like super buff, but I also don't want to go like thick. I don't think. How do you make someone look petite? Or should we do a leg up? Leg up is always a cool pose. Is there a polar bear style? Is that something I should know? Thinking of the reindeer horns from Princess Mononoke. Penguins, foxes, snow leopards, bunnies. Ooh. Or just giant rabbit ears. Oh, he's just got... That's not a reindeer. Why did I think that was a reindeer? Hmm. Weasels. I can't click on the Q&A on my phone as being buggy. But I'll ask something. Why did you get into tabletop RPGs? Oh, they're fun. I played with my friends when I was younger. And I wanted to make an art-based YouTube channel. And the thing that I was working on at the time was my friends' characters. And teaching a bunch of people about D&D. And so I'm just going to record the process and we'll talk about it. Moose altered tiefling. Antlered? Yeah, essentially. Elijah, welcome in. Caribou. Maybe caribou is what I was thinking about. Caribou? Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Caribou horns are crazy. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Don't know why I said it like that, but it seemed right. Seemed like the right thing to do. Icicles, huh? Kind of want to give her like big old poofy gloves. And then just like Wolverine claws. And I think we're gonna go belt, clip, and then baggy pants. Baggy pants. Because baggy pants are great. This leg needs to come in though if I'm gonna do that, because her weight needs to be shifted. Head needs to come over here a little bit more. Could probably kick her head up as well, so the antlers kind of do the cool antler thing. Okay, let's try that. Let's try that a little bit. An advert interrupted what you were saying. Can you say whatever you said again? I said it was something that I was doing with my friends. Like, I liked playing D&D, and I was introducing a bunch of people to D&D at the time of me starting the YouTube channel. Because I wanted to do art. I wanted to do more art. And so I needed an excuse to do that. And the way I did it was by making YouTube videos about my friends' characters. So I just drew pictures, recorded the process, and the rest is kind of history. Tabletop RPGs in general, my friends just wanted to play it in college, and I played it a little bit when I was younger, and so it just became a thing that we did every week. It was our hangout time. How do reindeer horns work? Okay. I'm gonna do something like this. What kind of hair should we do? I'm going water tribe. I'm just gonna like have a whole bunch of knotted hair. Not knotted, but like clumped, I guess. Clumped is a better way to say it. And then for the clothes, we could have a little bit of poof. I said I didn't want that though, so maybe we'll just because like she's immune. She's immune to the elements. She don't need no poof. Maybe we'll have the poof down here. Yep, I like that. Something like that. Let's look at another Q&A. Has anyone written anything? How do I look at this? Live chat. How much action is in a pose is too much? It depends. Like, I would say there's not really too much. Look at, you know, Dio. Right? Like you can make so much action in a pose that it just becomes kind of comical and unnecessary. And if that's what you want, that's totally fine. Like there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're doing something that is supposed to be a little more stoic, like, and you don't want the character to be all that animated, it's okay to have static poses. Nothing wrong with a static pose if it tells the story you want. I like to do poses more kind of in portrait, I guess is a good way to say it. Like I want people to I pose characters in a way that like you think that you would see them in a picture. Not in like action poses. I don't usually do a lot of action poses. I should practice more action poses. Brother started playing D&D and he started talking to a friend group. About 8 of us agreed. No, that's about 6. Yeah, some people just don't like it, and that's totally fine. Like I have a lot of friends that only play D&D if I'm around, because they just want to hang out with me, right? And it's just something we can do. Not all groups work together. Not all people like D&D. These are the truths of the world. There's nothing wrong with that. I think I'm going to move this back arm down. And then this one I'm going to bring down a little as well, but I'll still leave this one up. And I can get a big old, like, sharp ice crystal in here. When they say punch daggers, I'm thinking of, like, these things, like the Katars. Is that right? Is that where we should be headed with this? Or should we just give her, like, big icy spikes for hands? My next big project is a whole bunch of bugs again, which I'm excited about. Doing like a praying mantis warrior, which is going to be a lot of fun. So this doesn't have whatever her ability, that ability to perfectly replicate stuff. Rolled in nat 20 stealth and it made a marble and gold die. Turn it into a D20 to flee? Why would there be a D20 in D&D? Were the guards playing Dungeons and Dragons? I think the other thing about mimics that I don't know if I... One reason I have the don't... no mimic rules for the chat is because people just abuse it. But I think also people... There's a lot of different ways to look at how mimics work in general. I don't think mimics can shape change. I think they can, like, slowly over time. But... it takes a long, long time. Like they're ambush predators. They're supposed to be waiting around, eating rats and stuff. Rugby. There's a rugby. There's a rugby in my boots. Are you giving your mimic just like an instantaneous shape change? So why would the mimic be running from the guards? That's a little weird. The party was fighting amongst themselves over the mimic, and the guards showed up to break it up. And the guards naturally disliked mimics. It shifted into a D20. Interesting. Did I put this too far back? I feel like maybe these should be farther forward, but I guess if I add the other horn, probably won't make too much of a difference here. We'll just do that. We'll see how that looks. Give this a little bit more body. Should I give her a little mink nose? Turn her into a furbolg? Why not? Change isn't instant, but it's very fast. I mean, those are two very different, very similar things. I guess if you said you can instantly change into something versus like taking 2 or 3 seconds. I've always run mimics as kind of mindless creatures. Just won't eat. Just won't eat things. Not smart. Just eat. That was supposed to be her shirt that I just erased. We'll do that. Maybe the finger should be open? Let's do that. Yeah, that looks way better. Okay. One year I started making a why you should play Mimics video for April Fools, and I just stopped. I just stopped making it. I was like, nope, this is not what I want. Like McGonagall into her cat. Yeah, that's a full transformation. Yep, the mimic can use its action to polymorph into an object or back into its true amorphous form. That's vague. That is vague. Because, like, the thing we used to talk about was, like, do mimics have some psychic potential to, like, know what someone wants to see? Or is it turning into a treasure chest, just, like, random evolution of it tricking humanoids into coming close, you know? When the humanoids aren't there, does it turn into, like, a dead body so that rats will come try to eat it? Mimics are weird. The house mimic's pretty fun. I like the house mimic. And coin mimics. Coin mimics are pretty great. I guess she needs a tail. What kind of tail do caribou have? Do they just have the little tiny poof tails? Well, we could do that. Maybe a shorter tail, or maybe like a cotton tail. That could be fun. Just a little poof. What kind of ears do caribou have? Big ones. Big old caribou ears. Let's do it. Whoop. Big old leaves. Okay, there we go. I think that's it. I think we're done with this one. Leopard tail? Snow, just one. Head of a caribou, tail of a leopard. Leopard would have been cool. I could have done a leopard. Okay, I think I am done with that. Next, please. Here we go. 12. Here. All right, hear me out. This is how it starts. Cyberpunk barbarian mechanic brawler machine dude. Channel whichever dystopian you prefer. Got it. Cyberpunk barbarian, huh? All right. We can do that. Let's see if there's any more questions. I'm sure mimics keep tally of what objects are interacted with most. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think they're that smart. They've been into 5. Like, they're real dumb. I really do think the shape change they're supposed to have, it says they polymorph into an object or back into its true form. I think that's just like whether or not it's showing teeth. I don't think it's actually supposed to be able to shift between different objects. I think they turn into things to like fit their environment slowly over time. What was I drawing? Oh yeah, Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk big boy. Let's check the chat and then I will put up another color suggestion. That's not what I wanted. How do you feel about bounded accuracy in 5e? Some argue that level 1 characters shouldn't be able to wound an ancient dragon narratively. I like to think that comes from if it bleeds, you can kill it. I've never heard that. Like the big thing is, like things having AC higher than, like Pathfinder will do this. Pathfinder will basically say like giving something 40 AC because then you're never going to hit that at level 1, and that's how they deal with that. But they also changed the way criticals work, so now if you hit 10 above or 10 below, it's just an automatic crit or failure or a success. And I think that makes a lot more sense in that direction. Yeah, if you want level 1 characters to fight Cthulhu, great, let them do it. They're gonna suck at it real hard. But at the same time, that's fine. I have no problem with that at all. Okay. Is a 5e rule that no matter what, you always have a minimum of 5% chance to hit? Yeah, that's like the d20, right? Like if you roll a crit, you still hit. Yeah, I think it's totally fine. Talking about Pathfinder DC system versus the 5e system, aka big numbers versus 20-30 numbers. Yeah, I'm not a I've never read that rule, but the big thing with 5e is that like the AC is so low comparatively that I don't know if that's a problem. Because like even at that bounded AC of what you're talking about, like I don't think there's many creatures with ACs above 30, maybe 32. And so there's only a very small chance that a level 1 character would hit those. Like you rolling a 20 is the only way to hit them, within like 1 or 2 points. So it's not that far off from just being able to hit them anyways. Yeah, I don't know. My opinion on it is it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Like if you don't want your characters to be attacking something, then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Telling your players that something is ineffective, completely ineffective, is, I think, is a potent tool. Okay, cyberpunk brawler mechanic. Gotta give him a little more square head. Very rigid. I guess I don't have an opinion on it. That's the answer to the question. Because it doesn't really matter at the end of my day. A wild blade singer appears. It says it can polymorph into an object or back into its true form. Doesn't say specifically. Yeah, it's very vague. It's very, very vague. Just says an object instead of like its object shape. Kind of the same thing with changelings too. Like you can turn into any human. It's like I'm gonna turn into that guy's mother. It's like you have no idea what that person would look like. Like you gotta be way more specific. That is kind of fun though, like describing finding 2 treasure chests that look exactly the same. It's like what? It's like yeah, they look exactly the same. That's weird. Maybe describing it like an AI art type of thing. Like the mimic doesn't know but writing is important, so it just looks like scribbles. I didn't intend the mimic to be a pet. Also, the players took to what I wanted them to do very well. Climbed up the ladder and blew up the diplomat's office. Alright. That works out then. Yeah, that's good. Like, your players doing what you want is always very helpful. And players are prone to taking pets. There's a... Someone just released a book. I can't remember her name, which I feel bad about. About the Mimic Handbook? Is that what it's called? Shoot. I'll have to look it up. People love mimics. That's all I'm saying. I'm a wet blanket. I hate fun. So all my games are suffering.
I need healing.
Thank you for the healing. I don't know why I gave this guy an elf ear. Man, I don't know where Skip Cat is. He's way on the other side of the room. Go get the pets. Go get the Skip Cat the pets. Oh my goodness. I think he's upset I woke him up. Did I get any useful, interesting insights from the alignment short? Is that for me? Or are you asking chat? I'm very dead set on my alignment chart thoughts. I'm very opinionated about them. Alignment is an outdated system that I don't think ever worked very well anyways. Most people I talk to aren't ready to admit that they're playing evil characters. And that's just kind of the way of the world. If you're asking chat, then yes, I only make sure a good character doesn't do anything evil for the sake of evil. I mean, but they can. There's nothing stopping them. The biggest issue I run into with the alignment chart is basically people metagaming other people's characters. DMs included. Like, your character wouldn't do that. Like, it's not your choice. It's the player's choice. So really, when somebody deviates from their alignment, that's just something that the DM has to note and continue on with. Like, and then I've gotten into arguments before when people are like, oh, we need a good aligned blah, blah, blah. And they will say, like, oh, that's me. And it's like, oh, well, that thing explodes because you're an evil character. And they're like, no, I'm not. And it's like, you are. 100% you are. And so it very much is... I think the alignment should be something that the DM keeps track of and the players shouldn't have access to, period. That's always been my stance on it. You can definitely use it as a guide. Like, ooh, I think I want my character to be good, so I will try to do that through my actions. But the DM has discretion on the end of that. At the end of that. One thing I should ask if when world building is if your world has absolute or relative morality. I guess. I mean, I don't know what that means. Are you using a hard like point-based system or not? I get the difference between the absolute and relative morality as like a construct. But once again, like that's not something that players really need to know. Because if you're just trying to game the system, then you're an evil character, and that's fine. There's nothing stopping them, but after a certain point, I would say your alignment has changed, and now you're neutral evil. Yeah, like it's totally fine to do that. I think that's one way to do it. I used to say that to my players back in the day. When they would make weird choices, I'd be like, "Yep, you're totally welcome to do that. Your character is slowly pushing out of their, good aligned stance," which really shouldn't matter to anybody, except as like a litmus test for them to know like, kind of how they're interacting with the world. So. Which is once again why I think people should just stop using it. Like, as a player, just play your character and play them the way you want to play them, and then the DM will decide, what ramifications that has with the world. Because if all it is a report card, then it's stupid, in my mind. It's unnecessary, and it's just a There have been games in the past that, like, we have a morality system, but like if it doesn't change anything, then it doesn't matter. You get the good ending if you do everything this way. Like, okay, cool. Then it matters, and then you play the system the way you want. But for the most part, it just doesn't matter. Make the argument for a tally system. Your alignment is based on what the last 3 to 5 of your actions resulted on. Yeah, that feels too gamified for me. Because that gets like, okay, I can just steal this, and then I have to do 2 nice things to make it better, right? One of my friends is playing their character for true neutral, then letting their choices make them go on the way of the chart. Just working on being true version of the character. Yeah, if you haven't watched the YouTube short of me telling people not to use the alignment chart, that's kind of where I'm at, anyways. Essentially, my thoughts on it are: players choose where they think they're going to start, and then they just play the character the way they want to play it. And if the DM needs to change something because, like, oh, you guys are really evil, so I need to change the way I am running this game because I don't think you're going to try to help the kingdom the way I thought you would. That's fine. Like, that's totally fine. Nothing wrong with that. Well, I made this guy super buff, but then I gave him a coat, so you can't see it. You give him like big old hands. Just big old meat mitts. Maybe that will kind of put all the pieces together. I want to give him a wrench, but like pipe wrenches don't make sense. He's not a plumber. Maybe he's got like a, what's it called, like a wrecker bar? One of those torque extenders. Big old ratchet. There are no particular consequences for being particularly lame. Yeah, it's all in the DM. That's what I'm saying. Giant crowbar. I think the crowbar might work better. My general repercussions for good or evil acts are how my players are affected, like with the NPCs. So if they are doing horrible acts in secret, then it doesn't affect anything, right? Or if they're doing quiet good things in secret, it doesn't really affect anything. But there might be NPCs that seek them out because they helped a group of people that those NPCs talk to. They might be attacked by an assassin's guild because they pissed off the wrong person. Like, the fact that you are evil or not evil doesn't really matter. Same thing about being good. It's just, it brings up different opportunities and different story beats. That's all it should be. So that's why I don't like players fixating on it at all. Everybody's character should start true neutral. Unless you're a paladin. Maybe a cleric. Because then, if you do want to start that way, those characters, maybe a monk. I think monk is also on that list. Your character has started at the point where they are following that code. They might not follow it well. They might not enjoy following that code, but they are. And that could be if you're an investigator, maybe you're following like law rules. So you would have like an alignment of, you don't like corruption, you don't like crime in general. But for the most part, saying those things, all the things I just mentioned, don't make you have to do things. If you are a cleric or a paladin and you're supposed to follow a code of your god is holding you to that. And if you break it, the DM has the discretion to remove the boons that your god is giving you. And that's a really fun story sometimes. Like, that's the Oathbreaker Paladin. That's the whole point of it, is that you can do that. So I don't know. People have a problem, and this is from my experience. People running into, like, oh yeah, we did this, and ha 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 ha. It's like, well, now you're that's a pretty evil act. Like, no, it's fine. It's like, it is just an evil act. that's very much not great. Like, no, my character's true neutral. It's like, no, I don't agree with that. And like, that's my prerogative as a DM. That's why I don't play paladins as goods, as paladins of gods. Yeah, I mean, if you want to cheese out of it, that's the way to do it. A lot of ads today. I'm sorry to hear that. Oops. I just opened Audition. That's not what I wanted. Do the YouTube members get ads? I don't remember. There's a different ad revenue for members watching. But I don't remember if it's specifically there. Yeah, I mean, my thing about playing a paladin is that. Like, I think that's really fun. Like, putting constraints on your character. Because that causes conflict. That causes character interaction. Once again, lawful stupid is not a fun way to play the game. Chaotic stupid is not a fun way to play the game. It's not fun for everybody. It's usually not fun for the person doing it, unless they're just trolling, in which case I don't want that shit at my table. So, leave the alignments at home. That's my opinion. And I think that's a good place to maneuver away from that conversation. This would be considered profane act within the culture or religion. The alignment languages were like religion languages of the world? I don't understand that at all. You'll have to explain it to me sometime. The constraints should be something that you as a player have control over, not something to rely on everybody else's opinion for. That, I don't agree with that at all. Like, the players shouldn't be able to say that they're like, I'm a good aligned character and thus I think this is a good thing. Like, you know, me having this money is a good act. That's like that's the definition of evil. It's just selfish. So, yeah. You do have control over it. You just the control is your choices. If you're playing a game and your DM says, well, what you did was evil and now you lost all your paladin powers, and you didn't expect that, there's a breakdown between you and your DM, and you guys just need to talk about it. But at the same time, I think some of the best story beats happen when you just like kind of forget about something, and then the DM brings it up later. It's like, yeah, your healing spell just doesn't seem to work. It's like, what? It's like, yeah, it seems like maybe your deity is upset with you. So, oh crap, right? Like, that can be a lot of fun. That can be a lot of fun. So. You're effectively created the reason for true neutral paladins. You see, that's boring to me. That's the problem. I've made it such that warlocks are by default considered evil. They may be, but people think that warlock's magic is cursed. See, I like that. I like that the warlock magic is cursed, and so people will have a vibe of just warlocks are evil. It doesn't mean if you play a warlock you have to act evil, right? As long as you're acting within the bounds of your deity, I don't think you're evil at all. Like, Fae are the same way. Fae are generally evil because a lot of what they're doing is just trying to consume, corrupt, and control. So, like, you get into a pact with a Fae, they essentially are trying to own your soul. And you have to follow their rule of law, but that doesn't mean you have to. You know, you can work within the system. You can work within the system to still do some pretty cool stuff. Relative is to societal laws, whereas absolute is to divine laws. Yeah, I don't know. I don't run that way. I don't run that way. I would look at it more, if you want to look at it that way, as Fae. Fae being absolute, in that, like, the compulsion for them to do something is part of who they are. Like in the Dresden books, the Fae can't lie. They just can't. They will maybe misguide you, or they will just not tell you things, but they can't physically lie to you. Like, it's impossible for them to do so. And I like that. I like that kind of absolute nature. But they're super evil, right? So you think, like, oh, they can't lie. That's good. It's like, no. They're going to twist and manipulate the hell out of you. They're just not going to lie about it. Which I think is great. My problem with the true paladin is it's just lazy for the most part. Like I've seen a few people play some pretty fun like Oathbreaker paladins that aren't necessarily evil. They're just like, I don't want to be part of that. I don't want to be this paladin anymore. And so they essentially regain or retain their powers from their deity because their deity wants them to do something, and the deity has faith that they will get it done and don't care how they do it. They're just like, no, you're the chosen one. You're going to save these people. They're like, I don't want to do that. And it's like, yeah, you're still going to do it. So like, that's a really fun way to look at the Oathbreaker, of just like, I don't want to follow the tenets of the church or of this deity, or same thing with a warlock. You can do this with a warlock, but fate just keeps pushing you along to the correct path, right? It has nothing to do with morality. It's just you're breaking the laws of the church. Yeah. So most of my Norborg are getting super interested in what you do in secret, right? That's a good way to look at it too. Sometimes the tenets are just be secrets, find secrets. There really is I think a breakdown of when you look at morality, because it's so vague. It's so vague and stupid. So that's why a lot of what I was saying in my video was it should really be a list of, are you altruistic or are you selfish, selfless or selfish, and then are you generally wanting like stability or freedom. Is that the correct way to say it? Do you like rules or do you not like rules? That's really the way to look at it. And that's it. That's all the player should have to deal with. Forces them to be good against their will. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, that's the forcefulness of it, right? Like, I think you can always have a choice of losing. It's like, yeah, no, you have to be good or you lose these warlock powers. And it's like, nah, but I want the warlock powers. Right. I think that's funny. I like that. I like that a lot. I think another good way to look at it is playing a fighter, but having a sword in this city is illegal. And then just, how do you deal with that? That's really all it is. It's like, well, I think I should keep the sword because I can help people with the sword, but if I get caught with the sword, I might have to either be arrested, I might have to fight with the guards. Do you want to kill the guards? Because I don't think I want to kill the guards, because that would be bad. Then you'd either have to turn over the sword. Like, that's how the choice system should work. Like, right? If you are a paladin and your deity wants a specific thing, it doesn't mean you have to do it. You just have to make the choice of whether or not you want to agree with it or not. And I think that's the way to push it. Playing an evil paladin, like a lawful evil paladin, is really, really fun. And the tenets of the evil gods are usually pretty interesting. Like, some of them are based around like secrets, some of them are based around gluttony, some of them are based around like lusting, the lusting after stuff. It's like you have to have gold. You want the most gold possible, and it's like you could steal it. That's the easiest, stupidest way to do it. Or you could take the biggest, most dangerous jobs and pay people to come with you for cheap. Because they don't know the danger they're signing up for, right? Like, that's totally worthwhile. The whole argument about, hey, evil campaigns are bad, or morality, or the alignment chart, really just breaks down to don't be lawful or chaotic stupid. Just don't. Everything you do, you should think about. Don't be lazy. Actually think about it and enjoy it, and then deal with the consequences later. Okay, I think I'm done with this big boy. What time is it? 1 o'clock. We're doing all right. We're doing pretty good. Let's get on to the next one. I always view Paladin Clerics being a rental contract. Follow my rules and I'll keep powerful as my... Yeah, exactly. Whereas Warlocks are a lump sum contract. I'll give you X power if you do this for me. I even like Warlocks as a... yeah, I like the lump sum analogy. But more of, hey, I'm going to give you a bunch of power. Someday I might ask you to do something for me, and you're just like, oh crap, right? Like you might not know what you're supposed to do, or you might not know why you were chosen. It might just be that I liked Ford from Critical Role was a pretty cool one. Like he died, but didn't really die, and he was saved. He's like, you look like you could be useful to me, and you will die otherwise, so you have to take this or choose death, right? Super fun. Natural 20. A female satyr shadow sorcerer wearing a pelt of a werewolf. She used a crystalline bow to shoot spells. That's pretty dope. A satyr shadow sorcerer with a bow. I dig it. I dig it. What color are we doing? Red? The Divine can lose it all, but the Warlocks are transactional and can leave. So if you screw them over, it might be angry. Yeah. I definitely like the, yeah, you can quit whenever you want, but when you do, I eat you. Kind of like the... Isn't that how the, the Death Notes work? It's like, you can write as many names in the book as you want, but I get to write your name in it at the end. It's like, the creepy girl. Is she supposed to be creepy? I can make her creepy. Start a poll. A blue. A red. Color. Purple. Clerics are grant, warlocks are takeout loans, paladins have licenses. Monks make pinky promises. I like that. That's pretty fun. I really like monks being lawful, and maybe even clerics in the same way. That they get their power not from their deity, but through the discipline that they do. Like, basically, Saren Ray's like, hey, if you do these 5 things every day, you get access to my power. You just do. Like, Saren Ray's not actively choosing it. So you can be the worst cleric in the world, but, like, still be dedicated and do the thing, and it works just fine. That way you could be super evil and, like, corrupt. Be like a corrupt pope. But still, you go through the motions, and it gives you the powers. The other way is that Saren Ray chooses somebody, and then whatever they do, it doesn't matter because she's giving them power. And that's more like the Red Priest from Game of Thrones. I really love the Red Priest from Game of Thrones. I think it's the Red Priest. The Flaming Priest. Is that what it is? The guy with the fire sword. He's really fun. The movie doesn't do him super justice, but the book is pretty good. Does that mean wizards are self-employed? Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. Okay. Satyr girl. Werewolf. Crystal bow. These are the things. These are the things we have to do. I don't want to make I like satyrs being kind of bottom heavy. If you have a bow, you're definitely going to be a little more stretched out here. So we're going to go. Maybe we do a little more bean. Go a little more bean. Should we make her skinny or kind of chunk? With the werewolf pelt, we can get some pretty cool, like, floof in here. bit based on the character Kindred from League of Legends. Ooh, okay. We can do something a little more that direction. We can do we can do something a lot more that direction actually. She's like a lamb and a wolf, right? Like, is that how that character works? I stopped playing before they came out, but I almost came back for them because I was like, that's super cool looking, and then it didn't. Akin to, but they're artists, so they make them as creepy as you want. Nice. The skeletal bird likes to make satyrs own bakeries. Confirmed. What? Satyrs own bakeries? Oh, make them more plump. Got a package. 1 second. 1 second. Someone at the door. Okay. I like to make them bottom heavy. Gotcha. Should I give her the big creepy mask? What do you think a werewolf pelt looks like? Half human skin? Oh no. Oh, she's got the pelt like she's wearing it as like a hood. Okay. Rubber chicken bells and bell-shaped armor? What do you mean bell-shaped armor? Copy goblin life thread. Okay, put it on the list for it. What is this song? What is happening here? Skip. Sounds like cartoon villain music. Yeah, it's a little weird. Something weird is going on. Okay, sorry. I love it when characters can have 4 ears. It's just fun. It's just fun to me. Okay, crystalline bow, huh? Something like that. I like this character. Okay. This is really messy. It's actually kind of hard to track what my lines are right now, so I might have to restart this. Give it another go here on the cleaner side of things. What kind of armor should we give her here? I wanted to do the big like poof, so we want to get like this is werewolf here. But then her hair should also be here, which will make her hair kind of curly. So we'll get two different textures there. I think that'll be fun. I'll probably hang around a little longer today because I don't think I'm going to get a Friday stream in. I mean, I know I'm not going to get a Friday stream in this week. So I can either retain these all for next week or I'll just hang out a little longer today. Try to get as many as I can done. Normally I take them on to Friday, but I will be out of town this week. Starting on Friday. It's not quite right. It's not quite right. Does she actually shoot arrows, or she just shoots her spells? Seem more likely to do what the god wants. Yeah, I don't know. I think when you're talking about like deities in the world, like you have to remember that they're omnipotent, right? Like they know what's going on, and that doesn't mean that the players do. So you have a lot of wiggle room to really make a story cool. Big old werewolf claws just hanging off the back here. What kind of clothes should we put on this person? I think it is time to drop them down here. You know, opacity. Let's try this again. I might actually... Oh boy. Oh boy. Shoot spells with the arrows. Okay. I think we need to change this a little bit. I think we need to go... I think we're gonna make this wolf hat a little bit more. What's going on here? Why is this so? Oh, because yeah, I'm on the same layer. Okay. I almost want to do like a skull, werewolf skull, instead of a hat. I think her whole body needs to come forward a little bit. Draw it again. And it will be better. Okay, and then this is where actually, we might just let that go all the way over. Like that. See if we do something like that. See if that works out. Little goat feet. Creepy goat feet. I'm cool with how you're making her. You're an awesome artist. You're making it a bit more real. Input is welcome. Oh, good. Thank you. Time to load up Amazon. See perspective dice sets. How would one obtain a werewolf pelt? Does the werewolf not change back when it dies? That's a good question. Underworld rules say that they do, but they also say that there's a drug you can give them, so they don't. So, I don't know. Maybe it's still alive while it's it's just a pelt, but it's still alive. How messed up do we want to make this? That's the question. do like the idea that like the arms are just kind of like flailing about here. Of course, it could also be cool if she's like wearing the arms too. So she got her hand here. And then the werewolf paw is just like strapped to her hand. So it's got like the claws sticking out here. The pelt is what the Hound of the Ill Omen uses to become material. Could be it is partially alive and able to the only way for it to stay in this world. That could be cool. That's cool. I like that. There's some people who on Friday always sit outside of this bakery. I hear them talking about their most recent D sessions. It's entertaining, but I've never talked to them about D&D. Yeah, I made the mistake once about talking to some people at work about D&D, and it's just like, yeah, I'm never doing that again. I mean, I do have some friends that I play D&D with from one of the places I used to work at, but no, people just, you play D&D? Sweet, you can DM for me sometimes. Like, what? No? Get out of here. Everybody is different. I like playing D&D with my friends. I don't like being thrust into D&D with people. But it happens. It happens from time to time. I do like the idea that she like pulls off the wolf head and it just like lunges at somebody. That would be pretty dope. Try to make this a little more skeletal than it was. Do satyrs have tails? This is not something I've thought about. I forgot to draw her thumb. That's my bad. She definitely needs a thumb. Wrong hand. Oh, no I don't, because I have to draw the werewolf paws. Okay, and then we have the big old werewolf pelt kind of going off this way. Let's make that really dark in here. And then she's just got to have, like, just super poof. I thought deer flukes. Deer flukes would make sense. Oh, I forgot to give her little horns, too. How is that going to work with the... I guess they could go back. This is a weird character, and I kind of love it. You wouldn't really see it over the hair. I'm gonna put her over here. I'm not super zoomed in on it. Okay, good. I'm going to give her an arrow bag just because. It makes sense to have it. Maybe it doesn't have any arrows in it, though. Okay, I think that's about as far as I can go with this, without getting just super into the details. We'll do something like this. I'll try that. Arrow's bag is a component bag. Yeah, I like it. Puppeteer, what's been drawn so far? I couldn't tell you. There's a lot. We've drawn like 8 things. So you might have to go back. I don't remember. We just drew a satyr wearing a werewolf. There's a lot going on in this picture. Alright. We'll put some hair curls here and then we'll call it. Okay. There's a lot going on with that one. I feel like maybe I gave her pig feet instead of satyr feet. I'm not sure what I did there. Satyr feet are a lot longer, aren't they? A lot more, like geese. Yeah, that looks better. I did. I gave her pig feet. That's my bad. I like that character. I'd like to draw that more, but this looks amazing. Next stream, I always might. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for giving me a cool character. I might have to draw her more just in my off time. Kind of fun. Kind of a fun idea. The werewolf pelt definitely threw me through a loop, but I liked it. All right. Thank you again. Let's roll some more dice. Pathfinder 2E, Limbless Lamprey Barbarian. I drew that last week, I think. Oh, not a limbless one, though. Another character of my new group. Okay. All right. Well, if it's just a lamprey, it's just a lamprey, right? Like, how do I make it? Do I give it armor? I don't know. I don't know. Do you think that satyrs and minotaurs have hoof salons? Oh, I assume. Yeah, like some blacksmith. 100%. It's just a noodle with an axe in his mouth? Essentially, yeah. I assume it's not a weapon-wielding barbarian if it's a lamprey. It's just gonna like... Angry meat tube with teeth. Yeah, essentially. Let's see what we can do. Oh, it's supposed to be blue. Whatever, we'll do this and then we'll switch to blue. I have a sneaking suspicion that people just want me to draw penises. Because lamprey are disgusting. Wah! Danger dongs. I'm gonna give him a little helmet, little Viking helmet. I think they have gills. Slime noodles? Ooh, yeah. Corvus, welcome in. Would it be a spiked armor barbarian? It could be, yeah. Are lampreys the one that are super, super slimy? Or that's like a slime eel. I can't remember what those are called. Do they have the same kind of mouths, or is that just a type of lamprey? So many thoughts. We have to give them a... what's this called? A leather strap. A Conan girdle, if you will. Boosh. Just squish him in there. People are making danger noodles. I vote the electric eel grappler. That would be pretty good. We'll give him a belt. We'll give him a big old skull belt. The red now makes it look like it's an earthworm. Corvus, how have you been doing? Earthworm Jim Bob. Technically, most fish are fairly slimy. Alright, fair enough. I'm alright. It's good. But I can't eat discreetly in my lectures without anyone noticing. Oh, you're trying to find candy that you can eat in your... Got it. Earth Lamprey Jim, yeah. I think this is as far as this one's going to go. I don't know what else to do with it. I don't want to say it was a joke one, but I don't know if they took this one too seriously. Got a spiked belt. Maybe we'll give him some more spikes down here. That's all I got. That's all I got for this bad boy. How does he keep the hat on? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Blah. Wasn't there a weapon? Was there? I don't think there was. Let's find out. Nope. Limbless. Limbless Lamprey Barbarian. That's it. That's all it is. Someone said battle axe, but I didn't want to do that. Female, half-elf, divine soul sorcerer, noble. Nice, all right. We're drawing a lot of ladies today. It makes me happy. I like drawing ladies. Damn it. Oh, I didn't put up a color. No, let's do purple. Royal seems appropriate. Divine Soul Sorcerer. I just noticed this guy is really close to Trogdor the Burning. Yeah. The Burninator. Trogdor was a man. Trogdor was a dragon man. I know my internet memes. Burdinating the people. The lamprey has a secretion to keep things sticky. All right. Gross. Gross. Okay. So Divine Soul Sorcerer. I think we want to do like...
I need healing.
Drink your water? I just did. I'll do more though. Thank you for the water redemption. You're welcome for all the ASMR. What was it saying? Oh, I think we're gonna go like priestly half elf here. Should I look up some like really noble looking haircuts? I want to do something I think bunnish. Maybe like big loops. And then like a halo. Maybe I should go tight to the head. Let's look up some haircuts. Let's look up some haircuts and just do a haircut thing.
Noble haircuts. Women. Renaissance. Renaissance.
Renaissance. Okay. I spelled all of those words wrong. Every single one of them. That's cool. I like that. That's a peasant hat, though. Ooh, that one's not bad. These are all lame. I don't like these. I want non-real. I want fake Victorian hairstyles. That one's pretty cool. I like that. Ooh, yeah. Just go big. I actually kind of like that. Go home. Yeah, go big, go home. We can do that. Just bring the hair up in a big headdress thing. What are you doing today?
I'm alright.
It's the day before National Candy Day.
I thought that was like November 1st.
Well, it's also after Halloween, but after Halloween it's like regular candy. Tomorrow is like cheap, shitty candy day.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I like that. That's got a lot of pomp and circumstance.
I figured that would give you more of an idea than the other picture.
I still like the big loops, so I might do that. I do think that smell is my dishwasher, which is very disconcerting. I'm gonna have to purge it.
Down up to the farm upstate.
Yep. If the Patreon can get 50 followers, I'll buy a new dishwasher. you make your character?
I made a character.
I'm really...
I want to look.
Good.
I want to look more into what people have like said, stuff like that.
I've tried to stop doing that. I used to do that with Pathfinder. I'd go to, what was it? Wikibot or whatever the hell it was called.
RPG bot.
RPG bot, yeah. And just look at like, what's the best stuff for Alchemist? But I've since stopped doing that just so I can kind of like build what I think will be cool, and then I'll go back and be like, all right, what should I have done?
Yeah. For me, it is more or less. I don't know much about the monk like at all in 2E. It's like both monks and fighters and a bit of champion all have various stances. Swashbuckler doesn't have any stances.
Yeah, I think the stance is just a different play style, as far as I can tell. They'll like spend an action to change something, right? And then you stay in that stance until you change out of it.
There or something like that. I assume that's how it goes.
Right. Totally related to that. What to spell something in search and just make letter vomit. Yeah. Yeah, I do that all the time. Moniker, welcome in. Needs angry eyebrows. Oh, it was for the other guy. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry, what were you saying, Corvus?
I have like no experiences with monks of any type.
Gotcha.
So it's just like.
I'm trying to think of the monk equivalent. The bow staff. It's the bow staff or the Tom Fuzz in Neo 2. Pow, 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 pow.
Fists.
Pow, 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 pow. You know, the fists I could not get into. It's a little bit weird.
There is a huge learning curve for the fists.
Yeah, it's like a whole different game.
It's not like, and when I say fists, I don't mean like you're just using unarmed, like no weapons. It's a whole separate skill tree, people.
Yeah. Because I like doing that. I like doing fist weapons in Souls games. It's super challenging, and I kind of love it.
I think I have got to the point where I am very comfortable with fists, and have very rarely got like drained of ki.
Yeah, that was my problem. You run out of ki and just be like, well, guess I'll die.
It's like, it very much wants you to like chain combos, not just like spam single attack.
Yeah.
So it's like constantly chaining different combos, which then makes it easier for you to chain more. So
speaking of chaining combos, Helldivers 2 is great. And I suggest people play it. Helldivers just came out. The second one came out just a week or two ago. Apparently a bunch of people have some angry stuff about it, but I don't care. It's essentially like Starship Troopers, the video game. That's the best way I can describe it.
Even the bugs look like the bugs from Starship
It's 100%. Like, it's intentional. Yeah, it's really, really cool.
Okay.
And the whole premise is that you are part of Super Earth, and you are here to liberate the galaxy, and it's great.
Ooh.
Like, they lean into it super hard. It's so much fun. I played the tutorial, and I was just like, I was laughing my ass off and being like, this is what I wanted. This is what I wanted. I'm very happy. And
I have no complaints.
Yep. It's a squad-based third-person shooter. It's pretty good.
So kind of like Battlefield Front with aliens.
Yes, but way better. Like a million times better. And instead of everything being locked behind a paywall, it's just locked behind playing. You have to play the game. You buy what you want.
Yeah.
A bunch of people are, yeah, it's good. It's good. It's a lot of fun. I'm playing that quite a bit. But the whole thing is like you get on the planet, and then if you want to airdrop a supply pack, you have to like hold down the button and then like left, right, up, right, left, right, left, right, and just like combo the keys, and then it drops the pod down. And so while you're doing that, like fighting 1,000 bugs, you're just like, die! Like, don't fuck up your combo, or you die.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. But yeah, the type of monk I've been looking into is the monk that uses the Heaven Seeker archetype, which is like a lightning monk.
Okay, that's interesting.
It used to be busted, like super busted. Like you did, at least everyone talked about it being busted. I read it once and it's just like, so you deal an additional lightning and sonic damage equal to half your level when you're in a stance, or when you, not even when you're in a stance, when you use a certain move called like Heaven's Thunder.
Which I think that should
like,
be.
I was like, that's not that broken to me.
It's not. No. So
half your level.
And that's Pathfinder 2nd Edition, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that sounds right on par with everything else, because you spend one action to get into the stance, and then on consecutive turns you can spend one action to do that ability.
Yeah.
Jump Rope's playing a monk, and the way Stunning Fist works now is you move into Dragon Stance or whatever you're doing, and then you can use its ability for one action, and then you can still, anytime you make an attack, spend another action to do Stunning Fist. It's just like, it's great.
Yep.
So you're just basically comboing up all these pretty cool punches, and yeah, it works out pretty well. I really like it.
It's almost kind of like how some of the meta magics work, where it's like, oh, if you want to use Flurry of Blows, that's just a single action where you do 2 attacks. You can also, for one of those attacks, spend another action to use Stunning Strike.
Yep. That's it.
Or use all 3 of your actions through the whole thing. I'm pretty sure I think that allows you to do.
Yeah, it should, as long as you have the points for it. And that's really where like the full round action in first edition starts feeling that way with second edition now, because the full round action was like you forego your movement and your quick action to just do this big thing, and it's like yeah, it makes total sense with the 3 action points. It's like I've spent a turn last time to do something, and now this turn I'm just letting it go. I'm like letting it rip, and I think it's great. I really enjoy the combat system. I would not be surprised if the next edition of D&D steals it. Like, I really think they will.
Yeah, so what it now does, Heaven's Thunder, is until the end of your next turn, when you use Heaven's Thunder, your unarmed attacks and any monk weapons you wield deal an additional lightning and sonic damage.
Okay.
Equal to each the amount is equal. Each damage type is equal to the number of damage dice for the weapon or
Okay.
unarmed attack.
Yeah, so there's a couple other feats that do that for like the champion and stuff too. It's like a divine focus or something, so you're basically like a +2 damage to your weapons if you're level 5-ish. It's just a flat damage.
But like it, yeah. But it used to be like you deal like half your level in damage. So like at most you're doing like at level 20, 10
for
additional damage.
Yeah. That is essentially like a half damage nerf is what that is. It reduced it by half, but it's also based on your weapon then too.
Mm-hmm. And there's the additional thing where if you have the Key Blast spell, you can choose to do either electricity or sonic damage
Okay.
instead of force.
That's pretty cool.
Indeed.
Key blast.
And mind you, when you're in the Sky and Heaven stance, which is that's not even required for using Heaven's Thunder. Your unarmed attacks do 1d10 slashing damage.
Yeah, what was it? There's Dragon Stance is the one that Jump Rope uses. And she gets, like, it gives her 10 feet of bonus movement, just because, for the first action you use. So the first time you stride, you get 10 more feet. And then, I think you can... And then you get the bonus damage, I think, on punching. So, like, I mean, anytime you hit, and then as long as you're using a monk weapon, which can be your fist, you get to do the, like, tail attack, even though it's not really a tail. So you're just like...
Also, during the stance, you have resistance to both electricity and sonic damage.
Okay.
Starts out at 2, goes up to 5, and then at max, it's 8.
I think she gets resistance to, like, fire damage? I don't know. I'll have to ask.
I know there's a bunch of different stances.
Yeah.
It's...
Which I think is cool. And then you just switch between them whenever you want. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm done with this one. I'm going to leave this alone. I'm pretty happy with just this little sketch we did. It's pretty. I've done a thing. Pot shot with 1 or 2 strikes versus full broadside blast with all 3. Oof, yeah. What time is it? 2 o'clock. We're doing good. We're doing good. I think we'll go to 3. Roll the natural 1. All right. A blue jay that wields a rose gold katana with the power to slice monsters into pieces. Turns them good. All right. You know, I don't know what I was expecting, but here we are. Here we are. I gotta remember how to draw birds now. Is a blue jay they're a corvidae, right? So they have the pointy beak versus...
And a crown.
And this thing? The pointy poof?
I was going to say Mordecai from regular show is a blue jay, if that helps.
He kind of does, yeah.
The worst at the corvids.
The worst? Why the worst?
Because they're incredibly... I almost want to say violent. They're very aggressive and territorial. Like,
Gotcha.
I guess because they are smaller, they will, like... They have to, like, bully smaller birds just, like, eke out a living.
Okay. I got a fat little rabbit living in my yard now.
Oh, nice.
He just stares at me every morning. I'm like, where are those birds? Get out of here.
There you go.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay.
Blue Jays Aarakocra Samurai Fighter. Nice. It didn't say Aarakocra. It just said Blue Jay. Yeah, it just said Blue Jay. So I'm just gonna draw Blue Jay. Per the instructions. What does chat think? Should I make it an Aarakocra? Should I go with the words as written, or do you think their intent? What if it held a katana in its teeth? Bum, ba, bum, ba, 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 bum, 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 bum.
I am back.
For anybody watching that hasn't seen the new Why You Should Play video, I highly suggest you go watch that and leave a comment. And maybe 5 comments. Be like, this is the best thing I've ever seen. YouTube, spend money on this.
Share it with your friends. Buy stickers while you're at it.
Buy stickers. Buy more stickers.
Or just give Rick money.
When in doubt, just throw money at me. The top comment right now is, what the hell is a psychopomp? Everyone please help me, I'm lost.
You want the easy answer or the long answer?
I was a little worried about that, because it is really, like, 5e I don't think has psychopomps at all. Like,
I don't...
Not in the same way. They have some of the same creatures, but, like...
Mm-hmm. They don't have, like, a category of them.
Yeah. It's getting to be that time of the day where I'm starting to draw like Druid. Everything's just getting fuzzy.
But yes, I thought about maybe using a fighting fan for the monk.
Could be fun.
But then I was like, wait, that's another feat I'll have to take because monks can't use martial weapons.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's not a monk weapon?
So it is, so this is the annoying part.
Okay.
So, I mean annoying, it's like another step in the way.
Mm-hmm.
So at baseline, monks can only use simple weapons. If they take the feat, like monastic weaponry,
Yep.
they have access to all monk weapons, whether or not they are simple or martial.
Right.
So, fighting fans, and there's a few other weapons.
Yeah, what feat would you be losing for that?
I mean,
because like that to me, like that, I like that because that's your character. Like that's the character you're building, right?
Yeah.
You're picking.
And it is only a first level feat, so it's not like I have to like wait for it to come on.
That basically makes your character that unique.
Yeah. And honestly, I may have even taken it. I'm not sure because. Oh no, I think I took a rippling, like reflective ripple stance. Because I thought it would be kind of interesting, but
I think I was looking at I was talking the other day about archetype feats basically being like that's how you should subclass, right? Like that's how you subclass in 2e. Like you start with a warrior and then you go into like I want some wizard stuff, yay. But I think what I did with the tree is I was a fighter sub-fighter. I think I just made like a really.
Did you go Bastion?
I did. I think. It was Bastion
that's a
or
great combo.
Defender. Yeah, I mean it makes him super tough. He's super tough, but he's not very. He doesn't really do anything. He's just big, tough, and can kill people with a shield, which I'm fine with. But he doesn't have a lot going for him. Like that.
They very much want you to be like using a shield and a weapon, not just dual wielding shields.
Yeah. Yep.
But like if you monastic weaponry is like something that you need for like different basically builds. So like if you want to specialize in the shuriken stance, you have to take monastic weaponry.
What's up, Skip Cat? What's going on? Why are you mooing at me? Why are you sticky? What's happening?
Gross.
I think Skippy Cat wants tuna fish. I'll be right back. 1 second. I keep coming back every few minutes. What's the current prompt? A blue jay with a katana. That's the current prompt.
Yep.
Go now. Hey, go. Going by.
Okay. Of course, do you recommend any candy that I can eat discreetly during lectures? Oliver's trying to find candy to eat quietly, which I don't know if it's like the problem is the wrapper.
Yeah.
Just get something without a wrapper. Licorice, great. Swedish fish, great.
I mean, I never was discreet about eating in lecture.
Yeah, you could just eat whatever you want.
Yeah. At least here in the States, professors could care less. Most professors, unless you're like in a lab class.
Yeah, you can't eat in labs. The other one was like people would cook stuff and then bring it into a lecture, and it's like, hey, don't do that shit. Like, it can't smell and it can't be loud. Those are the two things. After that, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Beef jerky.
Yeah, because I always would get like, we'll stop at the little snack cafe thing we would have at my college, grab like a sandwich if I didn't get like my fill at lunchtime, or just get a snack like at 2. I think I would share food with the professor some days. It's like, you want some licorice?
Licorice is a good one.
But specifically like Australian licorice.
It's not being seen chewing that is the issue for me. Sit in the back of the room. Like...
Yeah. I was gonna say, I sat in the front of the class because I was one of those kids.
Yep, same.
So yeah, I had no shame when it came to eating in front of people. I'll say, you may not been able to get lunch, so you gotta eat.
Yeah, something that I tried to instill in a lot of people is like, once you're in college, you're an adult. Like,
yeah,
do whatever the fuck you want.
Surprisingly,
don't bother other people. That's the biggest thing.
Don't be a nuisance.
Yep. Of course, it could be an American thing because like there are vending machines like everywhere. So,
yeah.
You know, if someone's eating chips or something in class, as long as they're not like, no one gives a shit. Just be courteous about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had a bagel shop on campus that was great.
Oh, nice.
People always had bagels.
Yeah, we had a
Bagels and coffee
bagels.
shops. Yeah, that's what we had.
Move in.
That was pretty good.
But that was after I graduated.
I used to scam them out of stuff all the time. And I don't feel bad about it because it's their own fault. They had this issue where essentially it cost $4.50 at the time to get a tea, like a chai tea or iced tea or iced coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I always did that. But if you bought one of their $1.50 reusable cups, you got a free drink with it.
Oh, nice.
I have 1,000 of these in a closet because I would just go in and buy a new reusable cup every day. Yep. So I've given those away. I've sold them at yard sales. I still have a giant box of them. But I walked in there and I had one. And I'm like, fill this up. And they're like $4. And I was like, and I turned around and I grabbed a new one. And I gave it to him. And I'm like, I would like a chai tea, please. And the manager was like, what? And he rang it up and it was $1.50. And he looked at me and he's like, okay. And he did it. And I was like, this isn't my problem anymore. Wine gummies for $5. Yeah, gummies are great. Just don't chew with your mouth open.
Yep. That's the biggest thing. Just always chew food with your mouth closed. I am not the biggest fan of people smacking their lips while eating. It's almost a pet peeve of mine.
Yeah. I would play in this game with the Blue Jay was Kingpin Bird. Yeah, I think so. It'd be pretty fun. You can't have more tuna fish, Skip Cat.
Why not?
You gotta wait.
You don't love me anymore.
Poor old man. What time is it? 2:30. Let's do one more. Let's do at least one more. One again. I think it wants me to stop playing today. A brown scaled kobold in blue mechanic jumper named Mud. Strong redneck vibes.
All kobolds rednecks?
I don't know. I guess so.
Hillbilly elves.
Hillbilly elves.
Yeah.
Oh, for cripe's sake.
It's comical.
Okay. Prep, 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 prep. Okay. That's not a brown. Brown is not a good color to try to paint on brown.
Some brown on brown action here.
Skip Cat, you gotta knock that shit off. No.
More!
Hello. Yes. You can't be on my desk. I'll give you the scratches and then I'm gonna throw you on the floor. Nope. Nope. I don't know what we're doing now.
It was a redneck kobold and a jumper?
I assume that's overalls. I guess a jumper's like a onesie, right?
Oh, I know a jumper is a sweater.
Oh. Something like a jumpsuit.
Yeah, that may be what they may have meant. So, because I know, like in the UK, a jumper is like what we call a sweater.
Can we confirm that? UK people, what the fuck is a jumper?
Yeah, Oliver. They've mentioned it several times, so I'm not just doxing them. So they've mentioned it in the chat a couple times. So.
What are the most redneck type of horns to have?
Deer antlers.
Deer antlers? Guess so.
Technically not horns, but I guess second best would be like cow horns.
That's true. I like that. You could just go like really far out.
But then we're kind of moving away from at least what I consider redneck, and more of like Texas cowboy.
Yeah.
Rancher rednecks.
I'm very mad at politics right now, so I shouldn't talk about it in that direction.
We can discuss it later.
I just want to fire everybody. Coveralls? Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking of.
I feel like no one would disagree with you on that, so.
Yeah. Skip cat, you gotta knock it off. Hey, stop. What? What? Let me see if he wants food. Hold on. Is this 3 o'clock? Oh, you dumb cat. He wanted my chair.
Oh.
Nice. He wanted me to get up so he could steal my chair.
Makes sense.
You have a dog like that. Like you got 2 perfectly good cushioned beds over there on the floor.
Dalcor, how are you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing alright.
I'm super busy. Oh,
You're super busy always, is that what you said?
yeah.
Makes sense.
Work has just become a thing. Yeah.
My brain is sawing. I think I need to be about done here. Let's overalls. Channel.
Green Acres Cobalt.
Channel my inner Lethal Company.
Have you been playing Lethal Company recently?
I played it a little bit a week or 2 ago. It's fun.
Yeah.
It has the same problem that like not Left 4 Dead. The Ghost Hunty game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's the same problem that that one does. We're just like the game concept is great and hanging out with your friends is great, but the overall ability for you to do things in the world feels too limited for me. So like I get kind of bored. But
Yeah. It's also like a very similar game.
yeah. It's like that's really the biggest problem is like we played so much of whatever the hell that was called. Phasmophobia. That yeah. I really think that is a great iteration of Phasmophobia. Like it's a really good next step. But I still want to be able to deal with the monsters or like prevent the monsters from doing stuff or trap the monsters. Something to where I feel like I have more agency. Because the thing I dislike about both of those games is that your options are hide and be quiet or run the fuck away. And it's like, okay. So that's my only problem with it. I really like that game. It's fun. I'll play it again if people want to play it. But yeah, I hope eventually we get more of a, I don't know, action-y adventure thing you can do with it.
Did you play with Scary?
Yeah. Yeah, we played with some mods on, so we had like extra slots for the mic and stuff too, and that made the game better. I think that was a good way to play it.
You should. I think you guys did. You
you should invite. There's some ones that allow.
I'd be down to play it sometime if you want.
Increased lobby.
I couldn't hear what
Like
you
you
said
can
there.
play with more than 4 people.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that'll be fun. We're playing Helldivers right now, and it is awesome.
Is it?
Yeah.
Cool. I was thinking about picking it up
Yeah, I'm down to play it.
on my PlayStation because I had a. Well, and I'd probably pick it up on PlayStation. I don't know. If that's
Interesting. I think there was something weird about the co-op. It's like you have to merge your PlayStation and Steam accounts to play cross-platform. But I don't have a PlayStation account, so I was just like, sure, and it was fine. So I have no idea what that means. So, well, I did leave
I
the
have a friend.
felt like my hair was about to give out. Heart was about to give out. Interesting.
That sounds like a.
You might want to get that checked out.
Well, they were playing football, so.
Oh,
Yeah, but like either A, you way overdid it, and if you got blurry vision, that's bad. How long does the streams normally go for? We usually go from like 11 to 2, so we're going a little late today because I'm not going to be here on Friday. So I think I'm about to call it after this one. Maybe we can do one more. But yeah, if you're feeling better now, good. But be careful. How are you doing, Last? Are we doing well? I got a little more work to do today, but I was going to see if people were going to play Helldivers a little bit later. Because it's fun.
You can procrastinate.
Yep. I busted it out yesterday. Got all my work done that I wanted to yesterday, so now I just got to get a little more done today. Mud. My name is Mud. I bet that's the joke. It's a Primus kobold. I gotta move some of the wood around my house. What are coveralls? Coveralls! Got a zipper on the front. Big ol' tail. Give him ears, because I think he needs ears. Fight me. Fight me in the comments.
Get in the comments.
Get in the comments.
I mean, that's the one thing I won't fight you on. I think couples look cute with ears.
so good.
What do overalls look like? Pockets?
Ivex suit.
Kinda, yeah. Yeah, that counts. That definitely counts.
Yeah.
Thumbs, little thumbs here. What am I missing? The little elastic stretchy bits. And Skip Cat left my chair and eating his food. I don't understand. What's over there? Hey, Orange Cat, get away from that. Get. It's not your food. Don't look. Don't. Hey, hold on.
No one now. Get.
What are you doing, Skip Cat?
But yes, Oliver, we call football, soccer here, because the English used to call it soccer. And that's what we called it. We didn't change it.
We retained. Oh no, where's my pencil? It's in my pocket. I just sat on it.
Oh yeah. American English is just like old school British English that we just didn't change any of the stuff. Like us calling eggplant was also an English thing. Until England decided to adopt the French pronunciation.
For some
of
reason.
aubergine. Yes.
Aluminium. That's actually a weird one if you track.
Yep.
That's closer to like the GIF thing, isn't it?
No.
It actually is a different spelling.
Different spelling? Okay.
Yeah, so
Oh my
if I
god.
remember the story right, the chemist who discovered it, he named it aluminum, but the British academic societies made fun of it because it did not follow the normal Latin or Greek conventions of the other elements. But neither does gold,
That's fair.
or lead, or silver.
So it was the opposite of what I thought it was. I thought they named it aluminium, and then they made fun of them for it.
Yeah, so it was named aluminum, but in UK they decided to change it to aluminium.
See, so I think what I remember being weird is aluminium was the original way to pronounce it. Then they switched it to aluminum, and when they switched to aluminum was about the same time that everybody was coming to America. And then
Maybe.
Europe, and then England switched it back to aluminium as their official pronunciation after, like, the colonial war and everything. So aluminum just stuck in America because that was how we pronounced it, and how the English pronounced it at the time. And it's
There's also the fact that way we spell things, we often will drop the silent U's in words, because it's just that's a holdover from French.
Digimon vibes. Albert Luminimum. Yeah. Cilantro versus coriander. I thought coriander was cilantro seeds. Is that not the case?
So in the States, yes. So, but elsewhere, it's all just called coriander.
Interesting. Okay. Because we got dill and dill weed. We got cilantro and coriander.
Yeah. Cilantro is just the Spanish way of saying coriander.
Gotcha.
Because we have more Spanish influence here in the United States than, say, French.
Skip Cat is running amok. I think we gave him his, I mean, I know we did. Gave him his
drugs.
His drugs. His old man arthritis medicine, and so now he's just like, I can move everywhere! He's just out and about today.
I can move my tail and not hurt.
Yep. Orange Cat, I'm gonna just drop Kiki. Where are you? Okay. I thought he was eating the cat food again. Turn him into boots. Cat boots.
Yeah. Cat boots. Cat soup. Another weird one that I hear people kind of bring up about Americans is the fact we call zucchini zucchini.
Zucchini? What else do you call it? Squash?
Well, in England they call it courgettes because it's another French term. But like in Italian it's called zucchini.
Gotcha. That happened today, actually. He collapsed on the floor, half crying, half laughing. Stardew Valley. Strange view. What? I used to play the game. Habit of getting nut shot? Oh, gotcha. Yeah, wear your cups. Cups are important. Do people wear cups during soccer?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, are cups used in soccer?
I don't think so.
Any game where you're wearing cleats, you should probably also wear a cup. I guess golf is the exception there, but that's a non-contact sport. I guess golf or soccer's supposed to be a
It's
non-contact.
not supposed to be a contact sport.
Yeah. I was gonna say, aren't the cleats on soccer shoes a bit different from like other cleats?
I
I
think
feel like
so.
they're softer cleats.
Golf shoe cleats are bigger,
Right?
I think. And then soccer shoe cleats are usually plastic and straighter. This, so you don't fall in the sand. This, so you can run on grass without sliding. Like,
Yeah.
I think they used
And
to
then
all
you
be the
have, like-
same, but they've kind of deviated.
Yeah. And then you have like baseball cleats.
Yeah. Same thing, running in dirt.
Yeah.
I think I'm about
Well,
done.
contact golf.
Contact golf would be great. You guys ever play outlaw golf back in the day? That was great.
No, but I was gonna say that's just a hurley, essentially. Or field hockey.
Field hockey, yeah, field hockey works. Someone asked us to give this guy a cowboy hat. I think that's all I got. Shooting! That doesn't look like it.
Gum? Is it mud or is it gum?
What? Am I drawing it backwards?
Yes.
I just now realized. I've had my screens flopped for a while. I've been drawing backwards this whole time. I apologize. I mean, it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. Except
it works
that
for Cobalt.
except that I had to write it in mud. I'm gonna give him a trucker hat. They want redneck vibes. They get trucker hat.
Yeah. I was gonna say Cowboy had a really redneck. It's like trucker hats that have had the bill of the hat curled up.
Why do
where
people
you
do that?
stick- So they stick in their back pocket. I don't know why.
That's a trendy thing to do around here. And it drives me up the wall.
Is it like a newer trendy thing or
No, I mean
Okay,
it's just it's an Idaho and Washington thing about city
it's a
city
thing
kids trying to
here.
be country. So they have to. There's two things you do. You either buy a trucker hat and you fold the shit out of the bill until it does this, or you buy
Or
a
you
trucker hat and you
break
never
it.
take the tag off. You never take the tag off and you just set it on the top of your head. And I want to punch people that wear that hat that way.
Yeah, it's like
It invokes
Oh.
violence in me.
evokes violence in me. Yeah.
I feel like for cowboy hat to fit, you would really need to do sort of like a plaid shirt.
Yeah, I think this
Yeah.
is much more mechanic.
Cletus from Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah.
All right, I think I'm done.
Because like
It's 3 o'clock. I think I've hit the end of my road. The question is, should I take this list? And this is for people that are in the chat. You get to make the choice here. Should I take this list and just carry it over to next week, or should I scrap it and let people resuggest things next week? Normally I hold it over to Friday, but like I said, I won't be here Friday, so I just kind of have to. So I'll let people vote on that for a minute or so, and then we'll bounce out of here.
I don't know, put a poll in.
That's what I'm working on.
Oh. Sorry. I assumed something different.
God, I had a hard because I assumed the same thing.
Just carry it over to next week. Could probably do that. It's a short list. I mean, we still have like 20 on here.
Yes.
So
A short list of 20.
short list of 20. We got through a bunch today, which is nice.
Is it now 20, or did it start out as 20?
It started as like 23, and people added to it, and
Okay.
yeah. Oops.
I think it would be thematic to let the dice decide.
Yeah, we did like 10 today.
Evens or odds?
I mean, if it's 50-50, we're going to do it. Yep. Evens or odds. Here we go. Evens, we keep it. Tails, we scrap. I mean, people have to suggest them next week.
You don't have like a desk cam or anything.
I don't. I could get one, but I don't want to.
The voting's
Someone
changed.
broke it. There's only 3 votes, so
Yep.
maybe the dice is the better way. And it's back to 50-50. All right,
4 votes.
we're doing it. We're rolling the dice. Evens, we keep it. Tails, we get rid of it. Yeah. Evens, we're gonna keep it.
Voted.
We're gonna keep it. Okay. Thanks again, everybody, for hanging out today. I will put all these on the Discord so people can look at them and use them for their home games and such. Tomorrow is probably going to be a work day. I'm going to try to get a whole bunch of stuff done, but I might stream in the Discord for a little bit because I do have one commission to get done before I leave. Otherwise, that's all I got. Go watch the video. Go share it with your friends. Put the playlist on repeat when you go to sleep at night. That'd be great. Otherwise, that's all I got. Stay happy. Stay healthy. Keep your dice on the table. We'll see everybody. See everybody next time. Bye, everybody. Dun, 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 dun.